Okay, let's turn it over here. Oh, whoa. Holy water. Right. Just picked up this Challenger. Let's see what's wrong with it. Said it was flooded, but there's no signs of flooding whatsoever. And it says also that the client just ran through a puddle. So it could have hydrolocked the motor, or it could have popped a relay. Have to find out what it is. Just a quick glimpse, definitely not flooded, so I was happy to see that, but let's see what the real issue is. Hey there, welcome back to another beautiful day here in Texas. So, I have beside me my next project. Got it home, got it off the trailer with a bit of struggle, but let's take a look at it and see what we're up against. It's a 2012 Challenger SXT, and I did notice this little bit of damage on the hood in the pictures before I bought it, but let's see what else this has to offer. I don't think there's much, being that it's just a V6, but all in all, the interior is not too bad, other than Texas heat has pulled like something, you know, you'd see in a 89 240 SX, but otherwise just needs a little cleaning. Pretty good for 100,000 miles on this beast, and everything seems to work in there quite well. I think we got 4 different tires on the thing, and a couple of them are pretty worn, like that one. And we got a good old crack in the windshield. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, the stripes are pretty cool, except for they've been, I don't know, abused and getamatized. I have to get rid of that for sure. But we got the wicked cool spoiler there, wicked cool fuel fill, all those 70 hints. But where the real party is under here. And basically need to figure out why it won't run. And it did say on the window that it had gone through some water and stalled. And we're gonna have to figure out what's up with that. This cover was off already. I looked at the filter, looked clean as new, like no water got to it, so I'm not sure about that. This clamp was loose, this clamp was loose, that was off. They had these 3 coils and the spark plugs out. Thankfully they didn't lose any of the bolts, everything was in place. But this side is not easy to access. Got to pull this intake off with these bolts here, and we could take those plugs out. So I think what I'm going to do is pull this back off, pull that intake, pull all 6 plugs, and see what we got, because I'm pretty sure we may have a bent crankshaft, bent rods in here, because I can turn the motor, but it only turns so far, maybe about a, I don't know, quarter turn or so. and then it stops. Like we're hitting a wall. And if you hit the starter, it seems like somebody already destroyed that because it's, yeah, so there we are, dead stopped. So it might go a full 90 degrees before it stops. But yeah, the starter, the Bendix just howls when you kick it, so it doesn't even try to come out and start it. So they might have fried the starter, they might have fried the flex plate, who knows. Need to jack it up and check that out as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so pulled 2 clamps, removed that, 1 wire there. Next, we got 2 10mm nuts on that side, 2 more braces on this side, and I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 of these guys to pull off. And we can take that upper intake off, and then 10mm to pop these out, and then spark plug sockets. I'm going to try to just leave most of this connected just so I can pop it up out of the way to get access to those. And the starter is kind of up here. A little higher. See it right there. So probably gonna pull those 2 bolts, pop that out just so I know that it's kind of out of the way, not causing any issues. Yeah, so let's do it. Give me that back. All right, let's see here. Ooh. We have looseness. Now I just need to figure out how to get it out. Seems like I might have to take one of these brackets off or pull these studs, which going into plastic might be dangerous, so that's probably not a good idea. But the brackets look like a pain in the butt to remove on either side. Come on, Dodge. Stupid idea. Why'd you do it like that? So, looks like these 2 brackets are gonna require taking out a big bolt out of the head. And that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Why wouldn't they just slot it? So much easier. Okay, shocking revelation. We loosened the bolts on these brackets here and got them out of the way. So I'm gonna lift this up. Not too bad. And we definitely have water. Hydrolock. You can see that cylinder just in one of them. Totally dripping wet. And most likely we're gonna be finding some trouble. So we'll pull that, we'll pull all these coils out, pull the plugs, and see what else we can find. Well, we've got a lot of rust in there. That looks pretty nasty. So who knows how long this thing's been sitting. And our center plug also had some issues. Let's see what this one looks like. A little bit. Come on. Not too bad, looks fairly normal. But we pulled, where's the other one? Middle also looks wet. Not sure if that's fuel or rust. I mean water, it's pretty rusty. I'm guessing that's water. So now I'll pull the other side out. Got this, you know, just for style points. But then we'll see if we can turn it over again and what's gonna pop out of these holes. But it's looking like we probably got a bent rod here or two. So this side, they look pretty good. Definitely, they all look the same. Not like that side. And let's see what we got here. Oh! Oh! Why you gotta spit out like that, huh? Why you gotta be so mean? Oh, so much water, so much rust. Now we're stuck, so I'm guessing. Oh, there's still water in there. Good Lord. I thought I could hear something before when I was messing with it. Man, that's nasty. Definitely crusty. They made a note on the windshield of this car that said, "Water did not get inside." Lies. Well, I guess that's that. Don't think it's gonna magically turn over and work too good. We got something's holding us up, so must be a bent rod here. And only see stuff kind of coming out of that one cylinder. The other two don't appear to be any moisture in there. So I'd say this old girl is screwed, but I'll still pull the starter and see what's going on with that, why it's not working, and that'll be pretty much it. Looking at a new motor on this guy. Okay, I lied. I just couldn't put enough man juice behind my fists while I was working on this and talking to you. But I was able to just give it a little more, and it went right past the stuck point. So, I mean, you could see how much rust was on those spark plugs. Guessing that the cylinder just had a rough spot of rust in it, and I am happy to say that this motor completely turns over. Oh, and there goes cylinder 3 on that side, just puked. Oh God. Oh my God. Let's see if we can get the center one here. That is gnarly. Definitely gnarly. Well, if this thing still has compression, which I'm assuming it did because it wouldn't turn over with the water in it, then I'm thinking we can put some lubricant in these cylinders, clean them up, get a new intake gasket, slap this baby back together, and we'll be in the black. Oh yeah. See, I mean, look how clean that filter looks though. Strange. Wonder if somebody changed it, thinking that, you know, they might get more at the auction or it might be worth more to an unsuspecting buyer. But, yeah, I'm very relieved, happy. I was sure when I couldn't turn it over that this was definitely going to be a throwaway, and I wasn't going to do the work on this motor. I was just going to probably punt the car as is. But I'm stoked on it, and like I said, I'll fill the cylinders with like some either transmission fluid, ATF, or marble mystery oil. I think I have some ATF, so I'll just do that. Spin around a few more times, make sure it's as cleaned out as possible, and then let the ATF sit for a day or two. Put the intake back together. Gonna have to pull that starter. It's obviously toast. Get a new starter, which on these I think is almost 200 bucks. Kind of sucks, but and then hope for the best, because I had a few years ago, 2013 Camaro, same thing, and hadn't gone through water, but the car was just beat to hell, and the starter was bad, and the intake was loose on it, like somebody had been messing with it. Got the car cheap. Ended up making a couple $100 on it. Wasn't good for sure, but $200 for a starter in that thing. Put the starter in, hoping that that was the only issue, and fired it up to find a rod knock, of course. So we'll hope for the best on this one. You know, the only way to find out is to put a little investment in and see what you get out. So hope for the best. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you updated. Peace. All right, back here again. We made some progress. I got a new starter installed, which funny story, the old starter was actually tested good. I took it off, and I thought it was just spinning and not actually kicking out, but I put it on my jump box and arced the contacts, thing kicked out, spun, so I thought that it was fine, but I didn't know what to do because it obviously wasn't working. And so I took it in, ordered a new one. They had their little tester machine there, and they're like, oh, we can put a load on it, check it. I was like, okay, great. So they did, and it tested fine, but I just had to pay the piper, as they say, and order the new one. Put it in, sure enough, thing fires, well, doesn't fire right up, it cranks right over. And I put transmission fluid in all the cylinders here, and yeah. Now it's turning over good. So I'm going to continue reassembling it. I got all new spark plugs and new upper intake plenum gaskets. We'll slap all that back together, get back with you, see if this thing runs. There's no water in the oil or anything like that. It all looks really good, so really hoping just didn't put too much force on the crankshaft and like damage the rod bearings or whatever, but we're real close to finding out that answer. All right, got it all back together, and there's nothing left to do but hope and pray and wish that this Challenger is up to the challenge. Let's find out, shall we? Whew, so nervous. Oh, so close. All right. How much fuel's in this thing? Just got a little. Come on. Seems like a lack of fuel. Prime it a couple times. Come on. I'm running out of daylight. Let's get her done. See if we're a pass or fail. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Oh, baby. We got a runner with a check engine light. It's probably got a misfire. Took me about 10 times of priming the fuel system to get it to start up here, but yeah, I'm stoked. Sounds pretty good. Running smooth. Don't know if I'm going to fix the hood and the little crack in the bumper or just send this thing down the road. My woman was kind of wanting to drive it for a while and sell her Jeep, but it's like, yeah, I don't think this is the right car for you. It's definitely don't know any history on it or anything, and being that I had this motor issue, and I don't know, her Jeep's a lot nicer than this, so kind of talked her out of it. But heck, thing is sounding pretty good. It's running nice. So I'll take it off the jack stands, take it for a little rip, see how she does, and let it fully get warmed up. Hopefully check engine light will cut off. I mean, it doesn't seem to have a misfire or anything right now. It's running super smooth, so I'm excited. I think we're burning a little tranny fluid for show. Yeah. Look at that. American muscle. Sweet. Just purring. I would call that success. So, thanks for watching. Please like and share. Check out all my other videos, and God bless you.